I was discouraged because I felt like when I had their attention,
Yeah.
this guy came and like took it away from me. And I came home, talked to you, and you got your way of encouraging me. You was like, "That's good," That's just proves that the enemy doesn't want you out there. And then I was like, And then after this morning when we prayed, I felt like the Lord was telling me, Preston, don't be discouraged. I use everything.
Ah.
I use
Come on
everything.
here.
Like I use it all. Like even if this video is to teach people that the enemy doesn't want you out here telling truth, I use it all. And so I was really encouraged after we prayed this morning about it, because I was like, man, this is my first day out back doing Bold TV. Of course, the enemy wants to come and discourage me, but
Now, I'm looking for a passage that I'm going to read, but how do you discern that one, that is just not random, right? Like, because I could see somebody saying, yeah, you were out talking to Jehovah's Witnesses, a guy, he wanted to voice his piece and say what he had to say. Like, why are we saying that that's the enemy? Why are we saying that that's spiritual warfare? Like, what proof do you have that that's what that was?
yeah, I think one, I'll say I can't really explain it, but it's a feeling, right? That I feel, and it's not even a paranoia. It's just kind of like this spiritual alertness to be aware of my surroundings that I feel like the Lord kind of gives me when I'm talking to people. And so it's not really over spiritual or deep at all. It's just like the Lord showing me, like, like, be careful, like, be mindful when you're talking to this person. But also too, I think sometimes when people think about spiritual warfare, I hope this can make sense, but I think we don't understand how much we over spiritualize how much the enemy and the Lord uses natural things to accomplish your will.
That's great.
Right.
Keep going.
Because what people always talk about, like, these deep spiritual things, right? But what's also deep is providence, God's providence, right? What a miracle is God suspending the natural to cause something supernaturally to happen, right? We don't see this done in the New Testament as much as God's providence, because what God's providence is God using everyday natural events, people who are demonically oppressed, people who the Roman officials, every man, like the free will of men to carry out his will.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, the enemy, we don't have to be deep about it. The enemy is going to use people who don't know him to come and try man's free will.
Yeah.
I don't think this man would say, "Oh, demon, rise up in me and come and disrupt Preston." It's like, no, like that, like both God and the enemy uses natural things to try to carry out his will. And so I think that if we think about it like that, like, not only is this the enemy, but it's also God.
Yeah.